On December 14th, 2012, in the town of Newton, Connecticut, a man named Adam Lanza shot and killed 26 people at Sandy Hook Elementary School. This tragedy, along with others, raised awareness of a possible link between playing video games and youth violence. My name is Sarah Grace Sherman, and I will be discussing this possible link. Published in 2017, the impact of degree of exposure to violent video games, family background, and other factors on youth violence can be found in the Journal of Youth and Adolescence. Authors Whitney DeCamp and Christopher J. Ferguson both had a particular interest in media violence. This article provides information about the factors that contribute to youth violence. The reason why I chose this article is because I have two brothers that both play video games, and it just became a topic of interest for me. The author's thesis is that video games are very insignificant compared to other factors contributing to youth violence. The main points of this article are the effects of video games of violence, other factors that contribute to youth violence, and methods used to research this topic. My first point, the effects of video games on violence. Back to my Sandy Hook example, Adam Lanza spent numerous hours playing video games that were first person and particularly shooting video games, which raised the question, does playing violent video games cause violence in youth? Some scholars and politicians compare video games and violence to smoking and lung cancer. Others believe it is dose dependent, and spending over a certain amount of hours playing violent video games equals a greater risk. Most scholars believe youth violence is multi-determined, and multiple factors contribute to youth violence other than video games. A report by the Office of Child Advocate in November 2014 stated that the Sandy Hook shooter also suffered from Asperger's syndrome, depression, anxiety, and OCD. The report later said his severe and deteriorating internalized mental health problems, combined with an atypical preoccupation with violence and access to deadly weapons, proved a recipe for mass murder. This shows that family background and home life, along with yelling and hitting, will contribute to more violence than video games. The third thing discussed in this article is the experiment conducted. Since studying youth violence in the experimental setting obviously isn't a good idea, researchers have to rely on surveys to conduct their experiments. There are problems with this kind of research because they are relying on the honesty and understanding of participants. Results concluded that the likelihood for violence contributes to only 2.8% to violent gameplay. In conclusion, video games can add to, but do not cause, violent behavior in youth. The main points of this article were the effects of video games on violence, other factors that contribute to youth violence, and methods used to research this topic. This study showed video games are very insignificant to the occurrence of violence compared to other factors considered. This article showed me that it is always important to stay aware of any factors that could contribute to youth violence, and I hope this helps you all to stay aware too.